Hi everyone, this is Arcadius and welcome back to Naval Creed. Today we'll be going over the British battleship Warspite once more, and we'll be showing off the new consumable that she has received in the most recent update. So we already have a normal damage control party. It lasts 20 seconds and has an 80-second cooldown and unlimited use times. However, we also have another one now, an elite emergency damage control party. This lasts 1 second and has a cooldown of 300 seconds and a use time of 2. So, yes, that is not nearly as good as the first one, but the fact that we have 2 damage control parties means that this is the only ship in the game that has that. Not to mention, she can also use this equipment. I personally don't like this though, because it decreases your rotation speed by 25%, even though it increases your accuracy by 18%. I just prefer to actually be able to swing my turrets around and actually hit targets. So yeah, there we go. Other than that, the ship isn't terrible. It's actually pretty good for the tier it's at. 6.5, you will run into 6.0 and 7.0 battles. You'll be a god at 6.0 and pretty mediocre at 7.0. But you do have 15-inch guns, which for the most part can overmatch a lot of ships. Your secondaries are actually pretty good as well, ranging all the way out to 6 km. And if you have the skill, it can even go even farther. I choose not to use the actually I can't even use the secondary equipment, so can't really do a full secondary build, but we have as much as we have. She is kind of slow, but maneuverability is pretty good. Armor is pretty good as well. It's really hard to citadel this ship as well. Looks like a lot of it is underwater and or turtleback. So pretty strong ship, and let's show off this new consumable. Alright, let's see what kind of game we have today. 4 battleships, 2 cruisers, 3 destroyers. Pretty okay. I've seen worse. I've seen better. So, like I said, we're not necessarily fast, even though I do have health buffs and speed buffs applied. But we're still going to start meandering our way over here, and then try and get some nice broadsides. Now, I think there might actually be a bug with the new damage control party, because I have already played one game with Warspite after the update, and I used the normal damage control party, not the one that you only have 2 charges of, and it still took about 300 seconds to, well, have it cool down and get it back, which is not supposed to be the case. It's only supposed to be the one that has limited use that has a 300-second cooldown. So I'm not sure if that's something that's incorrect or if it will be that way, but it may change in game afterwards. But we're just going to start meandering our way this way. Alright, so we got a Normandy, so we got a Malaya, Dunkirk, Queen Elizabeth, and a Normandy. The cruisers don't scare me at all, besides the fact that I'll probably just overpen them. Maybe we can get a few shots onto this Dunkirk real quick. 15-inch guns are no joke at this tier, honestly. But Dunkirk is pretty fast. Well, a little bit of damage, doesn't matter. Alright, we are at a 6.0 matchmaking too, so pretty nice. Alright, so we also have a QE over here. You kind of want to shoot for the broadside targets as much as possible. Accuracy leaves something to be desired on that salvo, but we should still be able to nail quite a few shots. 16.7k out of 5 pens, nice. Right. This Atlanta, we would overpen it on the broadside, but if she's nose in, then we have the entire length of the ship for the shells to arm. And we still get 4 overpens, but we at least got 2 pens. Secondaries are opening up, which is pretty nice. We also get a seaplane with Warspite, which we don't with Queen Elizabeth, so there's another little update there, or improvement, I should say. There's the Arethusa. Ooh, she is starting to maneuver, though. So those first 2 missed. I got 2 pens on the second one. Secondaries are just going to start opening up on both sides. is nice. Oh, there's a Hatsuharu. 3 pens, or over pens I should say. Let's see if we can finish off this Arethusa, that way my secondaries can actually focus on the Hatsuharu. Let's actually just immediately switch them over, because I should have her dead right here. Yep, awesome. Alright, let's switch back to battleships. And our secondary should be able to take care of this destroyer relatively quickly. Oh, there she goes, though we didn't get the kill, but that's whatever. And yeah, we're just going to keep going over Queen E over here. Secondaries are opening up again. Should probably switch my turrets around, so we're going to do that. Secondaries opening up on Hatsu over here. 7 km in secondary range is pretty nice. But the majority of them are just small little 4-inchers that are not going to do all that much damage. I do have a few 6-inchers, but honestly, high explosive 6-inch on battleships is still not going to do much. If I can swing my stern around, I should be able to get a few secondaries on this destroyer behind me as well. Oh, she already went down. Okay, cool. A few more pens. Haven't even needed to use the damage control party yet, so let's see if we can put ourselves into a position where we need to. And I am going to start working over this Dunkirk because, well, actually, I got a free shot on the Normandy. Let's see if we can get a Citadel or two. Nope, but still almost 20k. That's nice. Alright, Queenie. I can overmatch your bow, so let's go ahead and do so. Yep, there we go. And I'm pretty sure I can do the same thing to myself in a Warspite, so let's find out. This is where 15-inch guns really do come into play, as well as 16-inch guns. If you can overmatch targets, then their armor is pretty much invulnerable. Or vulnerable, I should say. Okay, so we got a good chunk of damage on that Malaya, but we didn't sink her. That's fine. Should be able to finish her right here, even though she is healing. Yep, there we go. 10k, or at least that's what was left. Alright, so we have 1 fire set on us. So we're going to use this damage control party, even though I didn't actually click that one, but okay. I did just select the one that has limited uses, and it made me use the other one. Interesting. It still has me have a 300-second cooldown, though. That's not necessarily nice. Let's focus on Dunkirk. And there is another destroyer back there. Hello. Let's focus secondaries on you. Alright, let's try it again. I can't actually use my damage control party. So, as I said, it probably is a bug right now, but you would be able to get the idea of what would happen. So, the destroyer's gone, can't actually use the damage control party. So, honestly, right now, it just makes your normal damage control party have a terrible reload instead. So, that's fun. Alright, cool. So, we're going to take you out, and then we're going to take you out. But this will hurt. Yep. But it's fine because this next salvo and you're dead. Goodbye. Alright, so a little bug in the works on this new consumable, but I'm sure they'll figure it out soon enough. Let's take a look to see how we did. 252,000 damage, 5 ships sunk, 106 shell hits, 3 aircraft shot down, 2 citadels, 6 fires, 1 module destroyed, and 105 secondary hits. We had 222,000 damage and armor piercing, fires did 5,000 damage, and secondary battery did just over 24,000 damage. Mainly on destroyers, I would assume, and the occasional cruiser we tangled with, but that's not terrible for a British battleship. Her secondary battery is, like I said, a bunch of 6-inch guns and the casemates, and then you have a few twin 4-inch on top, but they work out relatively well. With that, I will wrap up today's video. If you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and hopefully they will resolve this damage control party issue as soon as possible. So again, thank you and take care.